in your life today is inspiring you?
The person most inspiring to me, my service mentor, Dick Durbin. Not long after I moved back to this area, I decided to run for an office. I ran and I lost in a close election. And one of the things I did after I lost was I wrote to Senator Durbin and said, I think it's difficult to win as a Democrat in this area. He said, I lost 3 times, kept trying, because I believed in what I believed in. Where your mind is, you follow that. And he said it in such an interpersonal way. What role is he in? The whip, which means you have to figure out a way to get along.
Most of what's covered in politics today bears negativity, with sensational fighting between parties dividing us all. Real politicians? No. Real public servants work for the betterment of our lives.
My youth, I spent studying leaders, presidents specifically, very interested in service, how to change the world through being a leader, being a decision maker. He's got a laundry list of things that he's actually accomplished that have improved the lives of the masses. My parents both smoked. My siblings both smoked. I was around a smoking household. When I first started to get to know what Senator Durbin stood for, and at first it was smoking on planes, right? That was a long time ago. His stances on tobacco, who would be enormous givers to him if he wanted them to, if he just being in the position that he was in. And for him to stand up to one of the biggest lobbies and do what's right for lives around the world because others followed suit. He led that fight. Now, there are many, many other things. But that was the first thing that really grabbed my attention that has had an impact on lives as we know it. He lives this life of service despite obstacles, even with immediate leadership where it looks like there is no hope, and sticks with his message, sticks with what he believes in. This is what's inspiring to me, how I live my life now. I try not to draw lines in the sand because the impact that you can have is typically somewhere in a negotiation, not necessarily always in the middle, but in trying to bring more than just a few people along for whatever effort you're putting forth. 10 years ago, I had an illness that was pretty serious. One of the first people I heard from was the senator. First time I saw him after all of that was at an event. There was a big crowd and they're all there to see him. Came right over, hands on both shoulders. Now, fast forward to 2 years ago, my youngest son, Noah, fortunately fought off cancer. I was with Senator Durbin for a lunch and he's on his way out and he's got the people with him and he's going to his vehicle. And I said, Senator, do you mind? Just a quick something. And he remembered everything, of course, with a quick little phone video, personal message from him.
Hey, Noah, hope you're doing well. Talked to your dad about your treatment and how things are going along in a positive way. And I just want to let you know we're pulling for you. Good luck with statistics, which is always a challenge for me, and the Naval ROTC. I'm glad to hear that you're in that program, too. Go get him, Noah.
It was Senator Durbin's personal, empathetic touch. He needed to be somewhere. He's always running a little bit late, but he was willing to take the time for that. And that meant so much to our entire family. And that's just the type of guy he is. The person most inspiring to me, my service mentor, Dick Durbin. He lives this life of service, and that's just the type of guy he is.
You have really inspired Brendan.
It's very nice. It was beautiful to hear him describe those moments. I thought about Noah, and I've been through that with a daughter who battled illness all of her life, and I know what that does to a parent. It's a feeling of helplessness, and you're just desperate to find something to hope for. And it just was very personal to me. He's an extraordinary person, and I'm lucky to count him as a friend.
There's a thrilling feeling of elevation when you're inspired, an awareness of enlarged possibilities. Inspiration awakens us to new opportunity by propelling us from apathy to possibility. And it turns out, when you learn that you've inspired someone, you're probably more likely to inspire again. So we've set out to uncover intimate stories of how everyday people are inspiring others and to trace inspiration throughout humankind. And who knows, you might be the inspirer that we land on next.